I want to thank the PIA and the MetroRAP committee. And I'm truly humbled by this award. And I also appreciate all the friends that have shown up today to see me. I think one of the attributes of this award is you have to be around a long time. And this is my 46th year in the insurance industry. I'm so old that I appointed David Louis to the New York Automobile Insurance Plan Government. I grew up, I'm very happy this is in Brooklyn. I grew up in Brooklyn. I went to high school about a mile from here, Brooklyn Tech High School. Best high school in the country. And as was mentioned, I went to one of the best colleges, Brooklyn College. And having all that great education, I joined the insurance department as a junior examiner, ready to set the world on fire. And on my first day at the department, I was called down to the personnel department. And they only had one question for me. When do you want to retire, 55 or 60? Kind of deflated my enthusiasm. But I went on in the department, and we had a really dedicated group of professionals in the department in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and we did an awful lot. I was privileged to be able to spearhead dedicated task forces that produced a lot of statutes, regulations, programs. And the good thing is that I'm proud that those programs are still here today. Those laws are still here today. All of them have stood the test of time. One or two should probably be repealed, however. The best thing, however, I got out of the insurance department was my beautiful wife, Jeannie. I met her in the first year, and I took her as quickly as I could. She's produced 2 great children for me and raised them, and they have produced 5 great grandchildren. And that's the love of my life, not insurance. And I want to thank Jeannie for listening to Insurance Talk for 45 years. I moved on to the Robert Plan, and again, I was privileged to work with some very good people. 2 or 3 are here today in other companies. And at the Robert Plan, we pioneered, I think, in many fraud investigation techniques. We had pioneered the SIU concept. And we broke an awful lot of rings. It was a great experience. Now, in 2001, I could have retired. I was between 55 and 60, but I decided to take a challenge and try to rebuild this commercial mutual insurance company. The company's been around since 1886. And I wanted to build it into a medium-sized, multi-line company dedicated to the American agency system. The real challenge was, could a small insurer today compete with the big boys? Well, I'm still working, and I'm working because the answer is yes. And it's been a lot of fun growing the company, now known as Kingstone Insurance Company. And as with my other jobs, Kingstone's success is really about relationships. Number one, we have probably the best group of employees that I've ever worked with, many of whom are at the table, including my beloved sister Nancy, who's our marketing director. And Chairman of the Board, Barry. We have dedicated producers who have helped us grow, and we value them as the real way in which we get our business. We have dedicated reinsurers, and we have a great service organization, who the president of which you didn't announce, Tim Curran, is president of the Underwriters Rating Board. So I'm glad he joined us. what's our niche? What does Kingstone do that's different? And how do we get our business? It's very simple. I'm a very simple person. It's excellent service to policyholders, producers, and claimants. I think we're all privileged to work in a great industry, a needed industry, and you as the independent producers form the needed bridge between the customer and the company. You've always been on my side through my whole career, and once again, thank you very much for this.